Hi, so in this video, I want to discuss what are the stocks that have been on my radar for quite some time. And these are the stocks to watch out for in the coming week, in the coming days, and which can give a very good movement. Last week, we gave a recommendation of Tata Consultancy Services, and it has reached the target in 5 days. So if you haven't seen that video, do check that out and see our analysis. So I'll be discussing about four stocks in this video. Let's start with UltraTech Cement. So UltraTech Cement gave a good result. In the cement sector, it was a very good result, and we saw very good movement in the last couple of sessions. Talking about the technical stuff, so this has been a very strong trend line, and it has been respecting this trend line since the 24th of March. It has not broken this trend line. Talking about the demand at the supply zone, this has been a very strong resistance, has not been broken 3651. And what is happening is currently I am at that resistance. So I see two things here. Talking about the Fibonacci levels, we are at the 0.5 50% retracement from the high that we made on 26th Feb. So we are at 50% retracement right now. So what can we expect from Ultratech? So after the results, a lot of people have given a outperform call on UltraTech Cement. So many, I think most of the brokers from Dolat Capital, ICICI Securities, Morgan Stanley, everyone's upgraded the stock and given an outperform target for UltraTech Cement. What do I expect? This is going to be a very important level, 3645. If this level is breached in the coming sessions, I'm looking at the 4-hour charts. Please note that. So if this level has is breached in the coming sessions, we can see 3851. It will be an easy target to achieve, and that will be target one. And if we are able to go breach that as well, we can easily get a target of 4100. Why? Because there's a big gap here, and once we reach this level, it will be very easy to fill this runaway gap. On the downside, we might see some kind of consolidation because still the ascending triangle has got some room to fill out. So we might see, if this level is supported, we might see a movement towards the 3400 levels, consolidation, and then maybe after some time a movement up towards the upside. So do have this stock in your watch list because it will be active in the coming week. Let's talk about Page Industries 4-hour charts. Page Industries, the jockey brand. This has also been in my watch list for a while now. So it has formed a double bottom kind of formation. So you can see right over here, it's a double bottom kind of formation. Also, it is forming a very strong support at the 16,500 levels. Resistance is placed at 18,770 levels. So we did respect this resistance, a couple of sessions back. So we are, moving down. But what is something to note is that, when we are moving down, when the price is falling down, the volume is declining. So there is not enough selling pressure in this fall. We might see some kind of correction and probably a movement back to the resistance, giving a triple bottom kind of formation. So if we breach this level, the 18,700 level, if this is breached, we can, easily fill this gap up and move to the 20,000 or 21,000 levels. So I'll be watching this stock very closely and waiting for the levels to be breached. On the downside, this is a very strong support, dynamic support zone around the 17,300, 17,400 zones. So we might be able to take support from this level and bounce back. If we are not able to respect that, we will be moving to the all-time low support of 16,500. So also keep this in your watch list. Let's talk about Siemens. Siemens capital goods, the sector is under basically a lot of stress right now. It is underperforming out of the other sectors. Capital goods, finance, banks, public sector banks. They have all been underperforming due to the current RBI announcements and the general scenario of the economy. But what's happening here? This is a very strong resistance trend line. It's been never been broken, been respected for a while. The all-time support comes at 1,000 level. That's a very strong level. And the current resistance is at around 12,037 levels. What is happening is a couple of sessions back, if you notice, we had a very large bulk deal in Siemens. The deal was about 25% of the equity share capital of Siemens. So that was a huge deal. and that actually got my interest spiked in this stock because something is happening. And around this point of time, around the current levels, we also have a positive divergence on RSI, means that the stock is trading flat, but people have started accumulating and buying the stock. So some kind of movement is expected from these levels, considering that we have around, about 5 to 10 dojis being formed at this level. So that's a very strong support that is being held true. So if we break this level, immediate target would be around that 1075, and this can be followed easily by a 1200, 12,000 level target. So we can expect a good descending triangle breakout here. On the downside, there is not enough good levels, and if it goes down, we can easily sell, and it will be a very good movement towards the shorting side as well. So Siemens is a good stock at the current level. If it goes down, you can short. If it goes up, you can keep on going up. So use your own analysis and research when you are trading. So this is just for educational purposes and what we feel about the current market scenarios. Finally, let's talk about Bata. I love this stock. It's one of the mid cap outperformers for quite some time, ignoring the current market movements. But this is a stock that I would surely accumulate for my long term investments. It's a total segment leader. Talking about the technical stuff, it's been forming a parallel channel for quite some time, upward trending parallel channel into the purple section. And the resistance is placed at 1400 level, followed by the support at 1270 and support at 1170. Looking at the current price junction, there it's a descending triangle kind of formation. So the current level of 1278 is very important. Let's say this level is breached in the coming sessions, because we have a long weekend, so we can either get a good gap up or get good gap down on Tuesday. So if this level is breached, we can go for a short, and this could be a good target, 1175. And on the upside, I place an immediate target of 1382 levels. So, and if this level is breached as well, 1175, we can see a level towards 1000. So this levels have to be watched, and I am expecting some kind of move from these four stocks. So just to recap, UltraTech Cement, if it goes above your 3645, you can expect 3851. That's a good level to play on. Page Industries forming a double triple bottom formations, 18,800 is a very significant level. Keep that in mind. Siemens current level is phenomenal. I would be really watching this stock for some time. To the downside can be movement to the upside as well. So we have to adjust and improvise according to the sessions that will be in force. And finally, Bata, the leader segment, current level is very crucial. If it holds, we can see a good movement towards 1386. Otherwise, let's expect a fall till 1170. So do use your research analysis, because market is subject to risks, and considering the current market scenario, so many movements are happening. It's so volatile. Things are going haywire, up and down. So do manage your risk and have a appropriate trade size. Have a good stop loss, so that things are losses are mitigated. And I will be updating about all of this in my WhatsApp group. So if you haven't joined our WhatsApp group, do join. Leave us a message on Instagram, and we'll add you right away. And I'll see you next time.